It's now 7:20 on the morning news, and it's not the way most CFL players spend their off-season. But Saskatchewan Rough Rider Chris Getzlaf was in Mexico just recently. He was helping out dogs and cats in the warmness of Mexico, and now he's back into the bitter cold. And to tell us about the experience, he joins us now. But he's not alone this morning. You've brought somebody along, and why don't you introduce us to the guest of honor?
Yeah, this is a new pup, Penny. She's rescued her from Mexico. And Chris Svetkovic from the Bombers, he got us all together to go down there. He runs Svet's Pets, but he brought her back to Winnipeg for me, and she came in on Saturday.
So, Chris, this was a really great experience. You and 7 other CFL players were down in Mexico, and you were helping treat and animals that are strays, because it's quite a problem in Mexico, which I'm sure you experienced.
Yeah, you know, it was a spade and neuter clinic down there because there's a high overpopulation. There's about 2 million dogs compared to 1 million people down there. So, you know, it was a clinic in order for people to bring in their dogs, and it allowed them to get spayed or neutered for free. So any owner could bring in their dog as well. And on top of that, there was a few people out there going around trying to bring in strays to make sure that they get them fixed up too.
And you mentioned that you already have a pit bull at home, so this is an addition to your family. You know what it's like to be a good dog owner. How hard was it to be in Mexico and see some of these animals without homes?
It was real tough. You know, it was a great experience. You're in there and you're with so many vets and so many vet techs that are just so thankful that you're there, and they make sure that you know that, so you feel really helpful the entire time. So that was really rewarding. You also see some really tough things. You know, there's a lot of dogs that come in that were highly abused or really mange, you know, just really run down trying to survive on their own.
So you were there for a total of 6 days. Throughout those 6 days, what did a day incorporate for you?
For the most part, you know, you're headed to get to the clinic around 8:30. It was about a 40-minute drive from where we were, because the clinic was actually in Bonfil, Mexico. So it was in a little urban city there, or urban town. And so we got down there instantly, you know, just jumped in, you know, get your hands in. And personally, I did a lot of the prepping, so I helped give the dog shots and that, and give him the anesthesia to get him down, and then tubes down the throat, shave the area, that type of thing, all to prep for the vet. And you just walk the dog over and strap him or her down so that the vet can do the surgery.
Wow.
And I mean, the vets were amazing. You know, they were working 12-hour days on their quote-unquote vacation. And yeah, I mean, you'd plop a dog down, they'd do the surgery, someone would pick them up, take them to recovery where they'd get all cleaned up and all that. So the dogs always came out looking a lot better than they came in.
What an incredible experience, and obviously tugged on your heartstrings because you brought little Penny back. So tell us about Penny and kind of the story behind her.
Yeah, on the third last day that we were there, we ended up going out to a different shelter at Isla Animals. It was on a little island out there, and we were she was at the shelter down there, and I got to see her, and you know, she kind of caught my eye, and I hadn't really planned on bringing a dog back at the time yet. And as the time went on, the next day when we were back at our resort, I said, I think I really need to bring her home. So I kind of arranged for Chris to bring her back for me, because I was going straight to Anaheim, so I couldn't take her.
Well, she looks so sweet, although you might have to get a new leash after this interview.
It's looking like it.
But it is great to have Penny on set this morning, and thank you, Chris, for sharing your experience with us this morning. What an incredible experience. Is it something you think you'll do again?
Absolutely, yeah. It's sounding like we're going to get the opportunity again. You know, it went really well. Thanks a lot to Air Transat for fronting the bill to get us all down there and make sure that we were able to help out this cause. We were able to do 1,367 cats and dogs in the span of 6 days. And
something I didn't ask is, how's Penny adjusting to this cold, cold weather? It's minus 44 with the wind chill today, and she's used to Mexico sun. Well, thankfully enough, the weather up until about yesterday has been relatively okay, but you know, she's pretty young. She's been spending a lot of her time inside. So absolutely. Well, thank you again, Chris, and not only good luck with raising this new pup of yours, but good luck once the season rolls around as well. Thank you for having me. More to come on the morning news. After the break, we're going to tell you a few different things about the Dixie Chicks and how it hit the pop charts on today's Date in History. Entertainment headlines are coming up on the other side. We'll be right back.